Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Alright guys, I got two moon videos coming up for you. This one here and another one. And I'm going to tell you what, after the second one, well even this one here, if you're not totally blown away, I don't know what will do it for you. Because this photo that I'm going to examine, actually several, just to show that they are actually covering these things up. And then I'm going to show you what's on the actual, this other photo, the lunar landscape. And I've done this area before, but not so much to the left. It was more to the right of the photo. So you're going to see a different perspective of it, but you'll recognize the actual photo. And then the second one I'm doing, the other video that I'm doing that'll be coming up soon as well, that one there will blow your mind. It definitely shows without a doubt structures, and it totally blew me away. Again, we're talking about Apollo 17. And both of them are actually Apollo 17 photos. So let's get into this. All right, guys. This is pretty cool because when I seen this, it kind of blew me away a little bit. But let me show you what they're doing to hide these things. Now, if you looked at this photo here, you'd say, well, you know, to me, that just looks like an average photo. It is kind of crappy picture. It is a low res. But do you see anything wrong with this photo? I mean, I'm looking at this thing, and the first thing that popped in my mind was, why is that looks completely messed up? One, they've got information here, taken out of the back. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of grayscale and put it in RGB. And then we're going to save that. Okay, so that allows me to draw. So right off the bat, I noticed there's information being redacted out of here. And guys, I don't know if this thing has been totally like parked in a pile of junk or what, but check this out. Not only is it redacted here, but let me ask you guys a question, because you'd see this right off the bat too. Why are we having the ground? Let's just take this right here. It doesn't matter. Any part of that. Doesn't matter. Why is it on the actual rover here? Here. I believe this thing, they literally parked it on like a pile of intelligently made junk. Why do I say that? Well, when you look at this, first of all, we know the astronaut sits here. Both of them. Okay? The seats are this way. Okay, we know that. The panel actually is supposed to go like this. Okay? And it goes down on this support. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we look at this photo here, this one here is just the opposite direction. It's facing a different direction. But you can see it right here. The actual control pod. This is where they sit. Okay. Now I can see the ground through here. You say, well, what's the big deal? Of course you can see the ground. No, no, no. Where they're showing it is right here on the actual where they put their feet and over on the frame itself. Let me show you again. Let me get rid of all that mess. And check this out. What is this white crap here? I think they messed up here, guys. Check this out. What is that? This thing is not supposed to be designed this way. Again, I'll show you the other photo right here. And again, you can see the control panel coming off this. It's almost like a, what do they call those? Like a J-pole type thing. Kind of sort of like that, built off of this thing. It's just a pod literally in the air. Okay, so where's this other box coming from? Because here's the low gain antenna right here, just so you guys know what that is, and it's directional. They can flip it down or up or down. And then, of course, they got the high gain, more precise antenna right there, the dish antenna, which is foldable. So we get the antenna here, this low gain, and we get the high gain. Okay. Again, they're in different positions, one's to the right, one's to the left, right? But check this out. What is that? Right there. Here's our antenna again, and here's our high gain. What is that right there? It's completely been messed with. Check this out. Where's the other wheel well to this? See it? You can just barely see it. It's been completely messed around. It's in. They literally drew over it. All right? Check this out. Here's another piece right here. What is hanging off the back of this? And what's funny about it, they literally went into the wheel on this. Check this out. Goes like this, into the wheel. Wait a minute. What are you guys hiding here? What is the big deal? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. Here, you're going to see this in a minute too. Check this out. Now, I darkened it up to see if we can find anything in this photo, right? And you can see what looks like a couple pieces sitting right here. See that? Whatever they are, they're white. They're sitting right there on the ground. Now, check this out. See the line going across like this here? Why are we seeing this literally, this texture of the ground on top of the rover? Now, don't get me wrong. If the panel was up over here, we're just going to make any shape. It don't matter, right? Doesn't really matter. And it's supposed to come down, and there's a frame here. Then all of this here should be completely ground, and it's not. You shouldn't see this up and over like that. There's no box at all that high on that antenna. Again, see the height of that antenna? Okay. What the hell? Look at the difference. Even if this thing was bent this way, down, facing this way, look at the distance between that. Check this out. What the hell is that? They messed up, guys. They made a big mistake. Check this out. Right here. There's an object literally up against this rover. You can see the very top of it right there. It's white. And it seems to go down, all the way down, and then like this. Here's another thing you can look at. Look at the way this wheel is. Goes like this. And then what the heck is all this other crap that's been added to it? See this right here? What is all this extra crap? Oh, and incidentally, there is actually moisture on this. Because there's several photos that show that there's moisture and like moist soil on the wheels. So there's water on I was going to say on Mars, right? So I used to do on Mars. But there is water on the moon, and now they're really, they've said this before, they've announced it. Now they're announcing it even more so. Check this out. What is this item here in the back? Right here. Yeah, that's not a mound, guys. Neither are these. Check this out. This is what I always found funny. Everybody's seen mountains, right? Why is there always a line under the mountains? Okay? That should be flowing smooth into the ground. You should not see a line from a mountain to the darn ground. And you can see it here as well. Check this out. You can see that. How is that possible? But, again, you can see this when we take this apart. You can see the things on the ground and all of this in the back. But you can see these objects actually right in here. There's something white right here. And of course, this is a complete mess, so you can't really make anything out. And being it's a low-res photo doesn't help it either, right? Okay. Again, what is this here? I believe they messed up here, guys. I believe that wasn't intended to be seen. Okay? And again, that's nowhere the height of that, whatever this thing is. Something's in the background of this thing. They figured they'd take the picture of the actual rover, right? They figured they'd take a picture of the rover so people would just focus on it and nothing more. Problem is, like I said, if you look at it like that, you go, oh, wow, the rover. Wouldn't think nothing of it. You got to look at details. This object here does not belong there. And neither does this right here. I don't know what to make of this, guys, but I can tell you right now, this stuff is absolutely not the rover. Unless, the only other thing I can think of, they put some test equipment behind there. But if you ever seen the test equipment, it all sits on the ground. Nothing's that tall. And I know you guys have seen these too. They have all these, different equipments like the seismograph, different, and when they were taking core samples, they got different things like that. But everything's low and it's something they could carry and they set it right on the ground. This is not, this is not normal. Okay. You might be saying, you know what? I'm not convinced. I don't believe that's the truth at all. I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, let me show you this. Okay, how about this photo here? Don't see anything wrong with it, right? And you can see right here, Apollo 17, Taurus Litro, EVA 3, 13th of December, 1972, frames A17-143-21836 and A17-143-21856. And then you got Gene Cernan at Station 9 hammering a double core tube, which is right over here, and you can see him over here. And they're just taking supposedly core samples, right? Let me ask you a question. Again, details are everything. Why do we have what looks like part of the ground covering this fender? Right here. What is that? Why is the ground literally going over this fender? Here's the fender edge going across, up, and over. And you can see the crown of the actual fender doing this, and yet this piece of the ground is covering parts of it? What's up with that? I don't get it. Maybe you guys can answer that. I'm not seeing that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for you guys. Again, here's the edge of the fender, and here's the crown of it right here. You can see it just going up, and boom. The ground's on top of the fender? I don't know. Guys, when I see this, I laugh. I just like, what is that? And I can tell you, I can almost promise you, if you look at the lines in this thing, that's no rock. I mean, you can see like these little details and stuff like that. You guys will get this photo. You can eyeball it yourself. Either you can pause it right now and have a look at it with your eyepiece and stuff like that, right? Now, what we're really going to look at, and I've done this photo before. You guys have seen this. Now, what I covered was a lot of the right-hand side, But depending on what photo they did, and depending on what angle they've taken it at, you know, they may have changed up the way they manipulate a photo, obfuscate it. So this is the reason why sometimes you see certain things in the photo, but then look at the same photo, maybe at a slightly different angle, it's not there. Well, maybe because they've actually manipulated differently. Okay. What I'm concentrating on more is this area right here in the back. Okay. You'll say, well, looks like flat lunar surface to me. Well, have a closer look. This is what I found a little bizarre. As I'm looking this thing over, you can see right here, very, very faint, but it's right here going over, comes down, goes like this here, goes over. There's a part way on this side, right here. I don't know if you guys can even see this. This is pretty cool. Right there, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, a straight line in between. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces on this side. Almost like if you were to look at a book that you just opened up a book, you can see the line right here. Going across, coming back down. It literally does this. Comes back down, goes across. You're going to see that a whole lot better. And I'm going to show you how you can look at this. Well, at least this particular photo. So anybody's got Photoshop, you're going to love this. It's so easy to see, man. And this is what I get a kick out of. If you were to simply use your equalization tool, at least for this particular photo, not all photos do this. On this, just get the photo in Photoshop and hit equalize. Suddenly you're going to see little mounds of things sticking out, different weird shapes. You're going to see things that don't belong there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here's the photo here. And again, nothing there to see, right, guys? Nothing there to see. But let me just show you this. This is so easy. I'm going to just show you this real quick. Watch this. Well, I'm just going to go up here. We're going to go to Image. I'm going to go to Adjustments. Go all the way down to Equalize, right? Now, again, I want you guys to show you this real quick. Do you see any detail in here at all, other than what looks like a little divot in the ground right here, right in this area? Maybe, you know, you can see a couple craters here and there. Nothing spectacular, right? Okay. All right, so let's go into this. Back out a little bit. This, now, and again, this doesn't work for all photos, but it will work for this one. Watch this. Now, I go a whole lot better at this. I'm going to show you what I've got, what I really have. Because when you zoom in, it's still kind of real pixelated. Doesn't look very clear. But then I really bring these out. But suddenly, look at, you got pieces here. Pieces here. Something right here. You got what looks like a square box or an opening of some sort. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right here. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Suddenly, now I did all the outlines of these items. And you can see these. Check this out. See what I mean? This piece here. You've got edges. It's not so much the actual piece, it's the edge that pops out. Check this out. Different pieces all over the ground here. And you may say, well, yeah, I'm not sure though. That doesn't, I'm not sure what to make of that. Let me show you an item on the ground here that's literally off the ground and it has a shadow. It's casting a shadow. Check this out. What's this piece right here? Right here, you can see what looks like a piece going like this here, going across. And of course, there's a bunch of little details in here too. I'm not sure what to make of that. But check this out. Right here appears to be an opening. In other words, that's not solid. So you've got this here going like this, over, back down, going like this and over. Now, when I say that is because, look under here, you can see what looks like a shadow under here. This is solid. This doesn't appear to be because there's actually light coming through here. It looks like there's light coming up under this. So is it possible that's just a whiter part of that? Or is that a shadow? And this looks like part of a frame of some sort. I don't know. That's what it appears to me. Look at this item over here. Now, these are just lines. I told you guys just look for the lines, right? Again, we get these weird, bizarre lines on mountains. You shouldn't see that. The conclusion I can come to is that these items, all right, this right here has been drawn. And what I mean by that is because they're literally hiding these. I've always said this right from the word go, that these are all structures of some sort. And what they're doing, they're drawing over said structures. Okay, now check this out. There's some kind of weird, funky object in here on the top of this so-called mound. Right here. You can see bits and pieces of what look like little items, like right here. And if you notice this one right here, it has what looks like a square right here with a circle. Another square right here. You only see a part of it. Another circle. You see that? Let me bring it down to the center of the screen. See that right there? Okay. You've got this item here. Something right there. I'm not sure what that is. There's like a little white box or something right there. And again, guys, pause this any way you want. It looks like you can see bits and pieces of this actual item. I'm starting to wonder if this isn't manipulation. In other words, this is not something NASA's doing, or, you know, whoever's got their hands in this. I'm starting to wonder, is this just maybe like a shell, and what you're seeing is broken parts of it, and you can see into the shell. In other words, this is their way of camouflaging, so we, as we evolved and started looking at the moon, we wouldn't recognize it. We wouldn't know what it is. It looks like simple mountains, but they look fake. I think it may be either or. In other words, it may be a manipulation, or it may be the way they're camouflaging their structures. And you'll see photos or videos coming why I believe that, and you may start to think differently too. Okay, let me show you some more of these things. This is pretty cool. Look at this other texture on the ground here. Right here. So you get these weird objects suddenly, like you can see like they're off the ground, but it's been manipulated, right? They've taken the details out by whitewashing it, so this way here it takes everything out and everything appears flat. But when you look at this, there ain't nothing flat about this photo. There isn't anything flat about this thing at all. Look at it. There's objects all over littering the lunar surface. Now let's jump to this other photo because I want to show you this. This is pretty cool. You notice how you get this line right here with these funky looking patterns, or I don't know if they're part of something, but look at the way that thing is. Now let's go to the other photo that's not so clear, and I want to show you that you can still see this line, because you've seen what I did. I only went and equalized the photo, right? Well, check this out. Still come down, you can see it right here. Goes across. You've got this piece right here. This is where that has that object, or these weird looking features in here, in this area right here. Okay? Not sure what to make of that, guys, but it's there. And like I said, all I do is the equalization. Check this out. See that? Doesn't make any sense, does it? But this stuff is there, guys. There's objects way back here. I'm not sure what to make of this thing, why it's doing this. Let me show you that in a better photo. See this right here? What is that? And some other, it looks like some kind of shape of this thing going down like this. Here's another couple bizarre looking things. Check this thing out. I'm not sure what to make of these right here. I'm not sure if there's like, looks like there's two here, a couple more here. I'm not sure what to make of these things. Check that out. But this item, this one here, shows the most detail. What the hell are we looking at here, guys? What is that? You got a smaller one here, a part of one. What is this? It looks like it has like this weird opening, like almost like the end of a pipe. And this thing goes all the way down, has these other funky little details at the end. But check that thing out. That is bizarre looking. What are we looking at here, guys? The back here, same thing. What are all these just weird looking things just sitting in these mounds? This thing right here. It looks like it's separate. It looks like it's doing this. This is coming, you can see a line right here. Going up like this. And then you got all these details in here. What that is, don't have a clue. This to me is bizarre looking. Check that out. I don't know what to make of that, guys. I really don't. But you can see these things. There's several of them. Whatever they are laying on the ground, there's several of them laying there. See it? What do you guys make of that? You guys got any ideas what that could possibly be? Maybe it's some kind of drilling? Weird drill type thing? See that? All at the end here? I don't know. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. There's much more laying on the lunar surface than than people have been told or shown in photos. This stuff is being washed out so you don't see any of these details, and it's frustrating. It really is. Again, here it is without anything done. Nothing there. I know for a fact they didn't just go up there just for rocks. That's a crock. Because think about it. I mean, all I had to do is like one guy's like showing you like he's digging for a sample. Okay, hold it right there. Click, 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 take photos. And then in the meantime, okay, they put the junk down and they go and they check out the stuff that's laying on the lunar surface. I mean, they weren't recording 24/7 while they were up there. So, because they actually, I'm trying to remember if it was 1 or 2 nights they were there. And you guys can correct me, you know, because I could be wrong on that. But I know they were over there at least a couple nights. So they could have easily just went back out, looked at what's on the surface, and came back, took a ton of photos. Nobody's going to be none the wiser. It's not like you're bringing anything back, unless they did. But they brought rocks back, supposedly. You know, like I said, they could easily have said, okay, we're going to just, you know, do this for the PR. Okay, you know, you do what you're going to do. Like, they showed pictures right here. Like, you know, they're literally doing stuff on the rover, and then one of them's doing, you know, samples, whatever they're doing. And they're saying, okay, I'll just take snaps while they're doing this. Okay, everybody drop your junk, what you're doing, and okay, let's go do the real job we were sent here to do. That's what I feel has been going on. Like I said, they went up there for one reason. Now think about it. If they were just going up there for rock samples, why keep going? Why keep going to the, you know, Apollo, the next Apollo missions up to 17? And some say there's even 18 and 20. I'm not sure of that, never seen those, but the point is these guys have been there more than one time. For what reason? For more rock samples? I don't buy it. And anybody who does, man, you may want to rethink that, because they're not going to spend all this money and the time and the chances of killing themselves or going to the moon, you know, unless there was something really big time to gain from this. That's all there is to it. That's the way I feel. That's only my opinion. What do you guys think? What is your opinion about what you're seeing here, and what do you think they were really up there for? All right, guys, like I said, I got the next video coming up. Wait until you see this. Again, this is cool. Like when I did that enhancement of that video of the far side of the moon, we got another part of that. And wow, wait till you see this stuff. As always, guys, just comment down below. You guys know that. You guys get the last say. Don't forget to like it. Always give me the thumbs up. Always appreciate it. And don't forget to share. People need to see what's really being hidden in these photos, right? Anyway, guys, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you on the flip side.